Take it in, but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? Been waiting on this for a while now. Paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, eh? Been holding it for a while, eh? Take you with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. I'm on top of the I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? Waiting on this for a while now. Paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to smile, eh? Been holding it for a while, eh? Take you with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. And I know it's hard when you're falling down, and it's a long way up when you make it round. But get up now, get up now. And I know it's hard when you're falling down. in. Breathing in and out. This is what it's all about. These are the moments we live for. Once in a lifetime, everything we want and more. This is the start of a new day, the good life. These are the moments we live for. We'll be the place where the ocean meets the sky. We'll soak it up and have the time of our lives. We'll make these memories our own Hall of Fame. 'Cause we just wanna take it in. Yeah, we just wanna take it in. Yeah, these are the moments we live for. Once in a lifetime, everything we want and more. This is the start of a new day, the good life. These are the moments we live for. These are the moments we live for. These are the moments we live for.
Your little hands wrapped around my finger, and it's so quiet in the world tonight. Your little eyelids flutter 'cause you're dreaming, so I tuck you in, turn on your favorite night light. To you, everything's funny. You got nothing to regret. I'd give all I have, honey, if you could stay like that. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. Just stay this little. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. It could stay this simple. I won't let nobody hurt you. Won't let no one break your heart. No, no one will desert you. Just try to never grow up. And never grow up. You're in the car on the way to the movies, and you're mortified your mom's dropping you off. At 14, there's just so much you can't do, and you can't wait to move out someday and call your own shots. But don't make her drop you off around the block. Remember that she's getting older too, and don't lose the way that you dance around in your PJs, getting ready for school. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. Just stay this little. Oh, darling, don't you ever grow up. Don't you ever grow up. It could stay this simple. And no one's ever burned you. Nothing's ever left you scarred. And even though you want to, just try to never grow up.
Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, you're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. Hey, the only way you can know, you give it all you had. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. Hope when the moment comes, you'll say, I did I lived. Hope that you spend your days, but they all add up. And when that sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. Oh, I wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain. But until my moment comes, I'll say I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did. And with every broken bone, I swear I lived. I'm a one-way motorway. I'm a road that drives away, follows you back home. I'm a streetlight shining man. I'm a white light blinding bright, burning off and on. It's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. I'm a new day rising. I'm a brand new shining, stars upon tonight. I'm a little divided. Do I stay or run away and leave it all behind? It's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you live and live again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. It's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. It's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke.
I know you moved on to someone new. Hope life is beautiful. You were the light for me to find my truth. I just wanna say thank you. Leaving to find my soul. Told her I had to go. And I know it ain't pretty when our hearts get broke. Too young to feel this old. Watching us both turn cold. Oh, I know it ain't pretty when two hearts get broke. I heard some neighbors sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles will lay to rest and we wish we could come back to these days, these days. Of ups and downs, nothing to show for it now. And I know it ain't pretty when the fire burns out. Calling me when I'm drunk, remind me of what I've done. And I know it ain't pretty when you're trying to move on. I heard some neighbors sit down together and laugh with each other about these days, these days. All our troubles will lay to rest and we wish we could come back to these days, these days. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in a smoky room, the smell of wine and cheap perfume. When I was 6 years old, I broke my leg. And I was running from my brother and his friends, and tasted the sweet perfume of the mountain grass I rolled down. I was younger then. Take me back to when I found my heart, broke it here, made friends and lost them through the years. And I've not seen the boring fields in so long. I know I've grown, but I can't wait to go home. I'm on my way, driving at 90 down those country lanes, singing to Tiny Dancer, and I miss the way you make me feel. It's real. We watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. 15 years old, smoking and rolled cigarettes, running from the law through the backfields and getting drunk with my friends. Had my first kiss on a Friday night. I don't reckon that I did it right, but I was younger then. Take me back to when we found weekend jobs, and when we got paid, we'd buy cheap spirits and drink them straight. Me and my friends have not thrown up in so long. Oh, how we've grown, but I can't wait to go home. I'm on my way, driving at 90 down those country lanes, singing to Tiny Dancer, and I miss the way you make me feel. It's real. We watch the sunset over the castle on the hill. Over the castle on the hill. Over the castle on the hill. One friend left to sell clothes, one works down by the coast, one had 2 kids but lives alone, one's brother overdosed, one's already on his second wife, one's just barely getting by, but these people race me and I can't wait to go home, and I'm on my way.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Good evening. As principal of Laker High School, it is my honor to welcome you all to the commencement exercises of the Laker High School class of 2023. I am proud to stand before you as we formally recognize the accomplishments of this fine group of graduating seniors. Before we begin, I would like to take this time to thank all those who were involved in the preparation for this special event. The ladies in the office, Lisa Beachy, Nicole Lavasser, and Stephanie Warnick, have done a tremendous job organizing all the senior activities. Tina Sears has done an outstanding job as senior class advisor. This new backdrop was donated by the senior class and arranged by Miss Colleen Cartwright. Shane Yoder and the media class have done an excellent job with documenting this whole year. Our tech department of David Seagroves and Chris Smith, led by Scott McClovic, are doing a great job of streaming this event. Sam Richardson and our entire custodial department have done a fine job setting up for today. And last but certainly not least, a huge shout of thanks to our teachers. Thank you to all who have helped make today a great day to be a Laker. Thank you. Today is a special day, and on this occasion, it is a time to look back on all the memories leading up to this point, and a time to look forward to all the promises of the future. Seniors, you have a solid foundation built on the knowledge and skills you have learned here at Lakers. Because of that foundation, you have a future that is wide open with possibilities. Those opportunities are possible because of the freedoms afforded us in this country. Our freedom was bought and paid for by those who fought and died for its defense. It has been said, there is no greater love than this, than to lay down one's life for his friends. This is especially important to remember as we consider the upcoming Memorial Holiday weekend. And so at this time, I invite all of our current service members and veterans to stand to be recognized. Thank you. It is to all of you that we owe this debt of gratitude. Seniors, this freedom allows you the choice to be whatever you want to be. The choices you have made up to this point have brought you here today. I am proud of the successes of this class as evidenced by the large number of honor cords and medallions on display. Clearly, you have the knowledge and determination to be successful in life. Your future is wide open and bright with possibilities. The choice of who you become is up to you. So please allow me to be the first one to congratulate you and wish you well. At this time, I would like to introduce the Student Council President, Kennedy Henry. Kennedy has served as Student Council President and done an admirable job. She led the planning for homecoming and coming home pep assemblies. She organized 2 blood drives, both of which were very successful. She has shown great leadership throughout the year. She is the daughter of Brian and Renee Henry of Caseville. Ladies and gentlemen, Kennedy Henry.
Administration, teachers, kitchen staff, janitorial staff, students, family, and friends, welcome. We never thought this day would come. We have all prayed for its quick delivery, crossed days off our calendars, counted years, months, days, hours, and seconds, and now that it's here, I regret wishing time away. Because it means leaving teachers, teachers who have inspired us and friends that have made every day special. There are many teachers and coaches at Lakers who have become mentors and shaped us into the people that we are today. They have left a permanent mark on me as well as many of my classmates. I live in 2 worlds. One is full of academics and athletics, a place where if I don't see that perfect grade, I will do anything to get it where it needs to be. It has taught me communication, responsibility, and critical thinking skills. Academics is the less fun side of things, but allows me to be able to play in athletics. Athletics has taught me how to be a true team player and how to be there for my teammates. I have learned to accept losses and failure and learn to grow from the experiences. Athletics has taught me discipline. It's a world full of many opportunities and risks. The second world is full of love and the people who have truly made me into the person I am today. My grandparents have taught me that I should appreciate the moment. They're kind, selfless people that I hope to make proud every day. My older siblings have taught me that life isn't always fair and how to stand up for myself. My sister has been my emotional support through all of high school, and my brother has taught me how to be tough and how to make fun of my sister. Lastly, my parents. They have taught me that I can do anything and anything I want to do and be whomever I want to be. They filled my home with love, memories, and movies that we still watch on repeat. They have guided me through the last 18 years and don't even realize I hope to become just like them someday. Though it's weird to think the class of 2023 used to be something we were looking at on t-shirts, it is now reality. We spent the last 13 years of our lives working for this moment, and it's time to celebrate. Congratulations to every graduating senior and their families.
Good evening. I'm Jeff Etzel, and tonight we fill this gymnasium to celebrate the end result of many years of hard work, dedication, and determination of these fine students sitting in front of me. What a joyous occasion. It is my great honor and privilege to be part of the celebration for the Laker 2023 graduating class. Now, as Kennedy just shared in her heartfelt speech, today is a day filled with mixed emotions. We cannot help but feel a sense of pride as we witness these remarkable students soon to cross this stage, ready to embark on their next chapter in life. But we also feel a tinge of sadness as we bid farewell to individuals who have become such an important and valued part of our school community. Class of 2023, you are a remarkable group of individuals. You have embraced challenges head-on, demonstrating resilience and adaptability in the face of never-seen-before circumstances. The world has witnessed your strength of character, and it is this very resilience that will propel you forward as you confront the opportunities and obstacles that lie ahead. Congratulations, class of 2023. May your future be filled with fulfillment, purpose, and unbounded joy. Now, each year I get the honor of introducing the valedictorian and salutatorian of the graduating class. This year we have something a little unique, something a little special, something I have not seen in my 23 years here. And that is, we're going to have 3 co-valedictorians and 1 salutatorian. Such impressive young adults you're going to meet soon on the stage. I am in awe each year of the Laker students who achieve at the highest level and come upon the stage and present to you their thoughts. And this group will not disappoint. So let's get to it and meet these wonderful students. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the class of 2023 salutatorian, Kendall Boyce. Kendall is the daughter of Brent and Brady Boyce. She has been involved in the National Honor Society, FFA, Science Olympiad, varsity soccer, senior class council, and the county dual enrollment program. This year, Kendall was honored as a member of the Greater Thumb Academic All-Conference team, as well as ranking 6th in the county at the Huron Daily Tribune Top 50 Banquet. Kendall has also been an all-conference scholar athlete for the past 3 years. She has served as the Laker FFA chapter reporter, as well as the senior class secretary. In the fall, Kendall will be attending the University of Michigan to study earth and environmental sciences. At this time, please welcome Kendall to the podium.
Hello, friends, family, faculty, and guests. I'm honored to be up here talking to you today as the Laker High School salutatorian. 410 million seconds. These precious seconds represent the past 13 years during which we have been working towards this very day. From learning our ABCs and how to count to 100 in kindergarten, to writing 8-page papers and doing advanced algebra in our senior year, we all have been preparing for our future since we walked through the doors on our first day of school, whether we like to believe it or not. It's funny to think that our senior year only started 23 million seconds ago. It seems like just yesterday we were officially seniors, and yet it also feels like a lifetime. Now, I'm not old enough or wise enough to stand up here and give you all advice, but if the past 13 years have taught me anything, it's that we work for time and not the other way around. So always remember to live your life to the fullest and do good with the time that you have. Don't let regret, fear, and uncertainty stop you from doing what you want. So complete your bucket list items, take a chance, and make your life memorable. We've only lived a quarter of our lives. There is more than enough time to make and fix mistakes. Some people are scared by this failure, but failure is how we learn, and we most definitely would not be here today without making a few mistakes along the way. I wish you all the best of luck with your future endeavors, and in the wise words of Spock, live long and prosper.
Thank you, Kendall. At this time, I would like to invite our senior band members to join the band for your final performance as Laker band members. I am pleased to introduce our Laker High School Band and our band director, Dr. Samantha Corian. Our band program has enjoyed another successful year, sending multiple students to the Tri-County Honors Band and earning Division I ratings at both the marching and concert festivals. We appreciate the contributions of our band throughout the year in our school and community. Our senior band members are Sawyer Aldrich on the trombone, Katie Rapoon on the flute, and Lauren Scadden on the baritone saxophone. Dr. Corian?
Thank you, Dr. Corian and the Laker High School Band. As always, absolutely terrific. Thank you so much for sharing tonight. It is now time to start introducing our trifecta of our valedictorians. And we will start first. I would like to introduce our 2023 co-valedictorian, Reagan Boyce. Reagan is the daughter of Brent and Brady Boyce. Reagan is a member of the National Honor Society, Science Olympiad, FFA program, and Student Council, where she served as the class representative for 2 years. Through the FFA, Reagan has served on the chapter officer team for 2 years, acting as the parliamentarian and treasurer. And yes, I got every syllable in that title, didn't I? Reagan has also been a dual-enrolled student at Mid-Michigan Community College through the Huron Area Tech Center, where she maintained a spot on the Dean's List for 2 years. She was also recognized within the Huron Daily Tribune Top 50, placing 8th in the county. In the fall, Reagan will be attending the University of Michigan to study molecular, cellular, and developmental biology on a pre-medicine pathway. At this time, I welcome Reagan to the podium.
Good evening, everyone. I am Reagan Boyce, one of the co-valedictorians. Let me start by saying I am so grateful to be up here today. I never thought I would be the Boyce triplet giving this speech. Well, apparently I'm the smartest one. So, yeah, just don't compare SAT scores. I wouldn't go there. On a serious note, I promised someone I would not get super inspirational, but I would like to share a piece of advice my favorite 5th grader gave me. Cheese is not a vegetable. When she first said this, I was pretty confused. But as I thought long and hard about it, I discovered a much deeper meaning at play. Cheese, while it is not a vegetable, is still pretty awesome. Same goes for all of us. We don't have to fit the mold of normal to be pretty amazing. And thanks to the amazing potential that Lakers has given us over the years, we have the possibility to do great things. After today, it is up to us to use that potential to continue being ourselves and follow our dreams. The skills we have tirelessly worked on and the knowledge we have studied for hours on end will finally have meaning and help us in being successful. While it took a lot of hard work and for some of us, tears, we are all prepared to take on this new challenge. Whether that new challenge is secondary education or entering the workforce, the next few years will look different for us all. Since I was a little kid, I have dreamed of attending the University of Michigan. And now, thanks to my years of saying Go Green, I have the opportunity to say Go Blue in the fall. I am so excited for my next adventure, but I can't help being somber about the things I will miss. I'm going to miss Miss Haley's classroom, Mr. Grifka's "Hey, your shoe's untied" joke, body checking my backpack into my locker, and that tiny window in Mr. Lovesack's classroom that prompted endless daydreams during difficult physics lessons. While today is a bittersweet end to a 13-year story, I can't wait to see where life takes everyone in the next one. It is our turn to follow our dreams and pursue the rest of our lives. Congratulations, class of 2023. Give it your all.
Thank you, Reagan. And yes, I do like cheese. Now to the next of our co-valedictorians, and that is Michael Good. Michael is the son of John and Kim Good. Michael has played football, basketball, and baseball all 4 years and was named to the AP All-State team as a linebacker his senior year. He has actively participated in several school and community organizations, including student council, where he served as secretary for 3 years. He has also been in Rotary Interact and the Huron County Youth Advisory Committee. As a member of FFA, Science Olympiad, and FIRST Robotics, he has advanced to state competitions multiple times. Academically, Michael has been part of the National Honor Society, named to the Mid-Michigan College Scholars List, and that is through dual enrollment. He's been recognized as an all-conference scholar athlete and honored by the Huron Daily Tribune as one of the top 50 students in the Upper Thumb with a 3rd place ranking. In the fall, Michael will be attending Michigan State University, where he was invited to be part of the Honors College. He plans to major in mechanical engineering. At this time, please welcome Michael to the podium.
Dear graduating class of 2023, as we gather here today, I want to congratulate all of you for making it this far and achieving your goal of completing high school. This graduation is not only a celebration of our successes up to this point, but also a time to look forward to the great things that come next in our lives. Today, I want to provide you with 3 words that are critical to your success as we leave high school. To start, I would like to introduce you to the word perseverance. One of my favorite quotes from Thomas Edison describes this, which says, "Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is to always try just one more time." Perseverance is the foundation upon which success is built. It is the ability to push forward even in the face of challenges, setbacks, and failures. No matter what your path is after high school, there are going to be things that set you back. However, with perseverance, we have the determination to keep going, to never give up, and to always strive for our goals, no matter how difficult they may seem. The second word is proactive. Being proactive means taking control of our lives and our future. As Mr. Levasseur says in football, there are 2 kinds of opportunities in your life: those that come to you and those that you intentionally seek out. It is important that we actively seek out opportunities and take action in our lives. Instead of waiting for things to come to us, we take the initiative and make our own way, which may result in taking risks, stepping out of our comfort zone, and embracing new challenges. By being proactive, we take charge of our lives and set ourselves up for success. Finally is the word passion. Passion is what drives us to achieve our goals and find meaning in our lives. It is the deep sense of excitement and enthusiasm that we feel when we are doing something we love. Passion fuels our perseverance and gives us the drive to be proactive in pursuing our dreams. When we are passionate about something, we are willing to put in the hard work and dedication necessary to make it a reality. In conclusion, I want to congratulate each and every one of you on your achievements, and I wish you the best as we move forward to the next chapter of our lives. Remember that with perseverance, being proactive, and passion, we can achieve anything we set our minds to. Finally, I'd like to leave you with this quote: "Don't tell me the sky's the limit when there are footprints on the moon. What is your limit?" Congratulations, class of 2023.
Thank you, Michael. I am now pleased to introduce the class of 2023 co-valedictorian and senior class president, Brianna Yoder. Brianna is the daughter of Shane and Kimberly Yoder. Throughout her time in high school, she has been involved in the College Direct Dual Enrollment Program, the National Honor Society, Rotary Interact, Science Olympiad, and our FFA, serving as the chapter president. Brianna was honored as both an academic all-conference member and as a Huron Tribune Top 50 student, ranking 10th in the county. Brianna will be attending Eastern Michigan University to pursue a degree in pre-law. At this time, please welcome Brianna to the podium.
Hello, my name is Brianna Yoder, and thank you, Mr. Edsel, for the introduction. On behalf of the class of 2023, we are honored to be joined by so many supportive friends, family, and guests who showed up tonight as we close the book on this important chapter in our lives. There's a lot that I could say, but in the interest of time, and given that I'm going fourth in our lineup of speakers, I'll try to keep this somewhat short. Besides, I don't believe there's any sentiment that I could express better than the three genuinely remarkable individuals who preceded me. If I'm being transparent, I made it through the past 4 years with a motto of why not, and a borderline unhealthy mix of stubbornness, spite, and good old-fashioned luck. So instead of giving out any grand advice that I'm probably not qualified to give, I have some thank yous instead. Joshua, thank you for being an amazing older brother and not turning our mother and father into overbearing helicopter parents. And Jordan, thanks for setting an academic goal to absolutely surpass and convincing our parents that playing sports was in fact unnecessary. Something that I will be eternally grateful for. If it wasn't for the two of you, I would be calling our parents mom and dad like a normal person and living my only child dream, and I wouldn't be half the person that I am today without you. Mother, thanks for always giving advice on papers, speeches, and anything else so long as it wasn't math related. You were a great substitute teacher, an amazing parapro, and most importantly, you've been the best mother I ever could have asked for. Father, thank you for being my favorite teacher and for letting me use your classroom mini fridge. I will never be the trivia player I am today without your passionate love of history. Lakers has been more than lucky to have your dedicated service to this community for nearly 30 years. While on the topic of teachers, I'm not a math person, but Mr. Grifka's random stories about house construction and scuba diving made those algebra lessons make slightly more sense than they would have otherwise. And I know without Miss Haley, a good portion of us would still be absolutely terrified of speaking in front of a crowd. You've all had a profound impact on our lives, and I thank the teachers for it. You all do a great job that you are often underappreciated for. To my classmates and fellow graduates, you have made this time together truly one of a kind. I've been going to Lakers since preschool, and I have seen quite a few things that are probably best left between all of us. But as someone who does not belong to the Lakers School District, I'd like to thank you guys for being leagues better than my alternative of Caseville High School. As a closing statement, I just want to say that 5 years ago, when my brother was graduating, I watched the speech of his class's valedictorian and thought, wouldn't it be wild if I ever got to do that one day? It was an optimistic goal for someone who had to struggle their way to getting a B+ in math a year earlier, but I liked to aim high back then. It was quite a bit of work considering all it'll probably ever get me is this fancy medal and eternal bragging rights over both of my brothers. But I still mostly stand by the decision. To my fellow soon-to-be high school graduates, even if you are unsure, let me tell you that you all did an amazing job at making your old selves proud too. They might not know what they are in for, but they'll have a truly amazing time along the way. I don't really know what our lives hold after tonight, I'll get back to you on that one, but I do know that if I could go back and tell that 13-year-old girl who 5 years ago was sitting in those bleachers, waiting for her 8th grade year to end, it would be to keep aiming high, you got this. Goodbye, class of 2023, thank you for the memories.
Good evening. When considering speakers for commencement, it has been our tradition to seek out former Lakers who have found success and left a significant mark on the world, whether in politics, entertainment, business, or whatever they've been called to do. Our speakers have come from all around the country to address our seniors on graduation days. This year, our speaker comes to us from only a couple hours south in the Metro Detroit area and is no stranger to Laker country. Erin Gibson is a 2011 graduate of Laker High and one of 3 daughters to grow up in the home of Barry and Cheryl Albright. With 2 college athletes as parents, sports were destined to play an important role in Erin's future. She played softball and volleyball in high school and continued her softball career as a pitcher at Heston College, her parents' alma mater, in Heston, Kansas. She graduated from Heston with an Associates of Arts degree and then continued her education at Central Michigan University, where she earned her bachelor's degree with a major in integrative public relations and a minor in broadcasting and cinematic arts. At Lakers, Erin was also a prized pupil in Mr. Yoder's Laker Media class. This experience would help direct her studies through college and into the media industry. At CMU, Erin interned at the Great Lakes Loons in their production department. Upon graduation, she landed an internship at the Detroit Pistons, where she was eventually hired and worked her way up to the position of senior producer and editor. After 6 years with the Pistons, Erin transitioned to the role of new media producer with the Detroit Lions and is now going into her second season with the organization. Perhaps she is the missing link to finally winning a Super Bowl. We can only hope. Among her many achievements, Erin won the Golden Matrix Award for video production in 2022 and was nominated for numerous Emmys over the course of several years with the Pistons. Just last week, Erin received her first Emmy nomination for a lifestyle piece she did with the Lions. She has also led several projects featuring the women who work behind the scenes in the sports industry. If you've watched anything exciting about Detroit sports over the past few years, there's a good chance that Erin has been behind it. Despite her successful career, Erin would say her greatest milestones are marrying her Pistons co-worker and best friend, Brandon Gibson, several years ago, and welcoming their first child, Logan, this past year. We are honored that Erin has taken time out of her busy life to join us today, and after a brief video clip, you can join me in welcoming Erin Gibson.
The 2022 Detroit Lions will.
That is the word, isn't it? Grit. That's what Dan Campbell's all about. Very impressive showing here in the opener by Detroit.
Wait, hit, sack! This game is over!
Is up and it is no good. Missed it to the right. Your Lions needed to stop, couldn't get it.
Picked up by the Patriots, going back the other way.
As the Lions dropped their 5th consecutive game to fall to 1-6 on the season.
I know this is difficult. We really believe in our process. We've got the right people in place to pull this off.
Picked up by the Lions. Ball game over. Boys, let's get out of here. Man, did this team need that. Swift inside the 5. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. That's it. Game over.
Lee McNeil.
Yes. What a game he's having today.
And this team's beginning to feel some confidence.
This is the team of grit that we've been waiting to see from Dan Campbell.
The 2022 Detroit Lions will be the team that can and will.
Wants to throw it to Sewell. He caught it. Put it away, boys. Put it away.
Hey, it feels different, right? It feels different. To Sewell,
to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit Lions.
They've set a new standard for what should be expected from the Detroit Lions. It's not about what's happened in the past. It's about what's happening right here, right now.
It was one of the reasons I want to be here because I knew this could be a special place. When you get a winner here in Detroit, it'll be something special.
Well, is it too early to say Super Bowl bell? Am I right? All right, enough about the Lions for now. Let's talk about the reason we're all here today, which is you guys, to celebrate the Laker High graduates. Congratulations, class of 2023, you made it. Feels like just yesterday I was in your seat, listening to the keynote speaker talk about their time at Lakers, career path they chose, and advice they had for us wide-eyed graduates. Time goes by really fast. Take a look around and live in this moment today. It will be the last time you all are in the same room together. You have known and grown up alongside each other, and this chapter is ending, but don't forget who and what has shaped you all. Or like my mom would have said to us sisters as we walked out of the house, front door leaving, don't forget who you are. I graduated from Lakers in 2011, went on to graduate from college with a degree focused in broadcast and journalism, took that knowledge and the love of sports into an internship at the Pistons, interviewed players, ran cameras, edited videos for the team, and 6 years later, in the blink of an eye, I was a senior producer-editor. Like I said, time goes by really fast. I learned a lot, worked with some talented people, had experiences that this small town girl could have only dreamed of. The experiences I'm about to mention are in the hopes to show you all what is possible. Flying on a private team jet, the away games during the season, working out with Coach Casey, in the hotel gym after our flight landed, and one day I was running behind, and he turned to me and said, "You're late," and I said, "Sorry, Coach, it won't happen again." I've had dinner with Ben Wallace, Rip Hamilton, sat back to listen to them talk about the good old days of playing together, attended NBA All-Star Weekend, summer leagues, been in the war room during NBA draft night, witnessing firsthand how those deals are done and draft picks secured. There were days I felt out of place in situations, but reminded myself that I belong there, and so do you. You deserve and earn your seat at whatever table you want to sit at. Figuring out what your passion is or what your path will be might be the hardest part for you, but don't be afraid of failing while you're on that journey. Failure is what happens, and you grow and you learn. Michael Jordan once said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed." I now am going to my second season with the Lions, and that video you guys saw just a few minutes ago is an example of what my team does for the organization. We capture and create compelling content for both internal and external purposes, and it's work like the video that you saw that has allowed me to be nominated for 10 Emmys over the course of my career. And I continue to find myself in dreamlike situations at the Lions, most recently riding in a car and filming with our latest first-round draft pick, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Detroit Lions legend Barry Sanders. Again, this is something I never would have even crossed my mind as possible, as I was about to toss my cap here at Lakers 12 years ago. Barry Sanders is probably the nicest and most humble athlete I've ever had the privilege to meet and interview. Class act, still mowing his own lawn to this day. During my encounter with Barry, I was reminded to stay grounded and stay humble, and through all my experiences so far, I never forgot what my mom would say to my sisters and I: "Don't forget who you are." Imam Ali said, "Two things define you: your patience when you have nothing, and your attitude when you have everything." Like I mentioned earlier, there might be days that you feel like you don't belong, but don't shrink. Stand tall and carry yourself with confidence. Through my time in sports, I'm a little bit unique. I'm a girl working in a male-dominated career, and at one point, a pregnant girl, a rarity to say the least in my profession. Don't let anyone or anything stop you from pursuing your dream, even if you don't see someone that looks like you in that space yet. There are also so many job opportunities in sports if you guys have the passion for it. Just because you don't end up playing a professional sport for a living doesn't mean you can't have a job in that space. And all this comes down to one thing: we have no limit to what us Laker graduates can do, what knowledge we can share. I've taught people in Detroit what a ditch is, this is serious, and how we have the first day of hunting season off of school, and people could not believe it. Us small towners can sure make a big impact on this world, and there's no limit to what we can do. Hard work is rooted in us. I've made it to where I am today with hard work and dedication, something I've learned from living and growing up in a small town in the thumb of Michigan. And there's something about coming home and feeling that comfort of the area where you have so many great memories in. Some things do not look the same, however. Can we talk about all these upgrades that you guys have done? This is beautiful, and it's really amazing, but I just want to know where all this was at when I was here, because I was just begging for a scoreboard at the softball diamond, and now you guys have an indoor turf field. These facilities are usually only available at a large school, but you guys have it with the atmosphere of a small school. Very cool and very special stuff. Just one more thing that makes you proud of being a Laker and now a Laker alumni. Wherever you go and whatever you do, carry this little town and school with you. Let it be your comfort when you're scared to do something you've only dreamed of. Know you've got a whole community behind you rooting you on. Whether you're going directly into the workforce, armed services, or higher education, with hard work and dedication, find what fulfills you. Be willing to share your knowledge and experiences to help others along the way. And as Tim McGraw sings, when you get where you're going, don't forget to turn back around and help the next one in line. Always stay humble and kind. And as my mom would say, don't forget who you are. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Thank you, Aaron. The class of 2023 is ready for graduation. We thank you for the memories you have provided us. We appreciate your individuality, and we applaud your efforts in the classroom and in co-curricular activities. We wish you happiness, a sense of purpose, and much success. President Tate and members of the Laker Board of Education, I present to you for graduation the Laker graduating class of 2023.
On behalf of the Lakers School Board of Education and the citizens of the Elkton Pigeon Bayport area, I want to congratulate our seniors for their many accomplishments and wish them the very best as they pursue their goals in college, service, and careers. Superintendent Keim, the Laker Board of Education, accepts the class of 2023 for graduation.
Thank you, President Tate. At this time, we will commence with the awarding of the diplomas. The graduates and the administration request that the audience keep the ceremony a memorable and dignified experience by refraining from any individual recognition of a graduate. All graduates will be recognized together when the final diploma has been awarded.
Logan W. Carr, son of Mr. and Mrs. Bill and Leanne Carr. Austin M. Tomlinson, son of Mr. and Mrs. Mark and Missy Tomlinson. Shayla G. Shanaki, daughter of Miss Leanne Jones and Mr. Jeff Shanaki. Natalie M. Owens, daughter of Miss Andrea Owens and Mr. Craig Owens. Brooklyn L. Beachy, daughter of Miss Laura Emerson and Mr. Timothy Beachy. Lauren O. Skadden, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Paul and Celine Skadden. Brianna G. Alexander, daughter of Mr. Andrew Alexander and Miss Carissa Gregory. Olivia M. Lebeski, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Brian and Sarah Lebeski. Brianna R. Bailey, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Greg and Sarah Bailey. Grace F. Trost, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Michael and Laura Trost. Kendall L. Boyce, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Brent and Brady Boyce. Reagan L. Boyce, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Brent and Brady Boyce. Tatum R. Boyce, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Brent and Brady Boyce. Emily A. Smith, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jim and Jill Riedel and Mr. Jeff Smith. Michael L. Good, son of Mr. and Mrs. Jonathan and Kimberly Good. Mason R. Shaw, son of Mr. and Mrs. Brian and Lisa Shaw. Kennedy L. Henry, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Brian and Renee Henry. Devaney R. Nagy, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Brant and Carla Nagy. Matilda E. Johnson, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Dennis and Vanessa Johnson. Katie E. Rapoon, daughter of Mr. Robert Rapoon and the late Miss Samantha Forres. Tyson D. Steinman, son of Mr. and Mrs. Troy and Tessa Steinman. Connor J. McCain, son of Mr. and Mrs. John and Lisa McCain. Ethan K. Wisner, son of Mr. and Mrs. Eric and Joelle Wisner. Jacob A. Pionk, son of Mr. and Mrs. Blaine and Michelle Pionk. Stephen L. Bruce Jr., son of Mr. and Mrs. Steve and DJ Bruce. Luke E. Braun, son of Mr. and Mrs. Ed and Kelly Braun. Devin N. Howard, son of Miss Heather Curtis. Tyler H. Hill, son of Mr. and Mrs. Mark and Michelle Hill. Charlie F. Saney, son of Mr. and Mrs. Adam and Lisa Saney and Miss Angie Saney. Kyle E. Ignash, son of Miss Charlotte Ignash and Mr. Gerald Ignash. Isabella G. Herford, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Brandon and Sherry Herford and Miss Kelly Champagne. Hunter H. Crone, son of Mr. and Mrs. Heath and Melanie Crone. Garrett E. Strahan, son of Miss Julie Champagne and Mr. Steve Warner and Mr. Jason Strahan and Miss Jennifer McCorley. Shelby M. Arnott, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Todd and Jillian Arnott. Riley E. Fritz, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Tim and Michelle Fritz. Morgan N. Chandler, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Gary and Marcy Chandler. Maya K. Ruth, daughter of Mr. Mike Clark and Miss Kaylee Champagne. Madison L. Edler, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Brian and Tina Edler. Destiny F. Osbat, daughter of Mr. Craig Osbat and Miss Jody Sprague. Elise K. Green, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. James and Teresa Horde. Sawyer D.R. Aldrich, son of Mr. and Mrs. Scott and Laura Aldrich. Tori D. Eisler, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Brian and Jennifer Eisler. Abigail M. Barak, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Ed and Stephanie Barak. Chandler D. Hundersmark, son of Miss Carrie Bulla and Mr. Chad Hundersmark. Lindsay C. Steele, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Michael and Christy Steele. Kayla L. Hodges, daughter of Miss Kim Hodges and Mr. Kevin Halasi and Mr. Johnny Hodges. Jennifer R. Bledel, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Matthew and Carissa Bledel. Gage C. Brackenberry, son of Mr. Ralph Brackenberry and Mr. and Mrs. Robert and Tonya Prill. Christopher J. Carter, son of Mr. and Mrs. Jeremy and Regina Carter. Alexa L. Smithers, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Darren and Amy Smithers. Leah A. Gothrow, daughter of Mr. Benjamin Gothrow and Mrs. Rebecca Ruth. Jayla A. S. Donovan, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Ward and Deborah Donovan. Kara L. Roberts, daughter of Mr. Michael Roberts and Miss Shelley Roberts. Garrett J. Taylor, son of Miss Shannon Taylor and Mr. Mark Taylor. Alicia Diaz, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Rafael and Trinidad Diaz. Parker A. Graves, son of Mr. and Mrs. Randy and Ellen Graves. Joshua A. Shave, son of Mr. and Mrs. Terry and Jennifer Shave.
Blaine R. Wren, son of Mr. Richard Wren and Miss Danielle Wren. Landon C. Kazefka, son of Miss Elise Kazefka and Mr. Chad Pratt.
Brianna J. Yoder, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Shane and Kimberly Yoder.
Congratulations. Would you like to hear another speech? And now, by the power vested in me by the state of Michigan and the Laker Schools Board of Education, I pronounce you graduated. You may move your tassel from right to left. You may stand and give your hat a fling. Congratulations.